Hey everybody, so we are also going to use a new model to help us read, write, and understand large numbers. That's something we've been working on. We've used Unifix cubes, we've used beans and cups and bowls, and we've also used base 10 pieces, which is like that hundreds block too. So this is something that we're going to start using today, looking at this picture. So take a minute and look at this and tell in your brain, think about, I notice that there are, or I notice about this, think that right now. Maybe in your head you thought there are 10 dots in every row. Okay, and then I also noticed that maybe there are 10 rows. So if I have 10 dots in every row and I have 10 rows, what is 10 times 10? Ooh, that's 100, right? Because 10 tens is 100. Wow, so there are 100 dots on this chart, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do is use this chart to help us think about numbers. So we just found out that there are 100 dots on that chart. So what you're going to think about right now is how many dots are showing right now. Can you figure out how many dots are showing without counting by ones? Think about that. It's 20 dots because there are 10 dots in every row. And remember, a row is like a rowboat, the one that goes across. So if there's 10 on the first row and 10 on the second row, there's 20 dots showing. All right, then now we're going to change how many dots are shaded, and we're going to have to figure out how many are showing. All right, so I just moved the shade. So now we have a different amount of rows showing. This is going to be interesting, right? So there's different ways to figure it out. I always think about rows, right? And I'm going to circle the rows that I know have 10. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so I have 40 rows there. Now I don't know what to do with this section down here because I know it's not going to be 10. I'm going to count just to see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know there's 6 left. So I could count by sixes. I could do that. Or that kind of is unfamiliar to me. So I'm going to count by twos actually. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I know there are 18 down here and there is 40 up here. So now I had to figure out what is 18 plus 40. That might be hard for some people, right? So what we can also do is count on. If I have 40, so we're trying to figure out what our total is, but it's too big for me. So I go 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. And my answer is 58. So that's one way to do it. We're going to do one more time, figuring out how many are showing. All right, so here I changed it around a little bit, and I noticed something. I see our whole hundreds array, or the 100 dots that we started with originally, totally there. I can see 100 of it, right? But then look, there's something beneath it. I think it's another 100, but there's not many showing. A lot of them are covered, right, with the shade. So how many are showing right now? Think about what is going to be our total amount of dots showing right now. I know I have 100 up here. How many do I have down here? I know. It's 10, right? So there's 10 here. And so our answer would be 110. We could also count by tens, and that would work too. So we can use an array like this to kind of help us think about big numbers and work on counting and putting numbers together to get those bigger numbers. We're getting more familiar with different types of math and how we can use our brain to solve problems. Way to go.